Hi, I hope that in my last video you felt it very informative and helpful. And today I will be talking on intelligence because I find lot of students have a very inferiority complex because they don't perform well, they don't see marks. Now all that are in going in India. So you may feel that I didn't get proper marks, so I am not intelligent. You will get feeling that I am much inferior than your sibling, your brother or sister who performs better, or your friends, neighborhood. I find everybody asking marks. How much did you get? What is your grade? See, some stage we have to stop talking like this because this gives you lot of inferiority complex. Children don't do, but actually it is not the case. There are so many factors that involves a child growing up and becoming what he is. There will be no connection at all. As a child he may not perform well, but he will turn out to be a brilliant person. You all would have heard of scientist Einstein. He was not studied properly. He was thrown out when in second standard. Can you believe? So he had a creative intelligence in him. He could do it. So likewise, you have to think of ways and means and find out. Today I am going to educate you on how many types of intelligence are there and what you are feeling is actually truth or not. Because there are many intelligence in this world, the people have told. I don't know if any of you are aware of it. Academic intelligence is performing well, that is one. But you will have spatial intelligence where you will find people good at drawing, reading map, and you will find people driving very good way in a narrow path. They will negotiate and go to the other side, whereas an academically intelligent boy will be wondering how is he doing. I can't do this. So this is what his spatial intelligence is all about. He will be doing jumping, sports. You will find they will be able to do it very accurately. Then comes musical intelligence. The people know the rhythm, they sing well, and they'll be able to uh, uh, sing and have know the rhythm much faster, get the rhythm much faster. Likewise, intrapersonal means the person who is understanding the emotions and knowing what they want, they set goal, they achieve in life. Interpersonal is a person who can negotiate and solve problem between people, and also he will be a good talker. He can talk well, he can relate to people, he can understand, and he has much higher level of emotional intelligence. See, there is lot of intelligence in life. One has to understand and study and know, and also the factors why you are not performing, or you are mediocre, or you are average. One thing I tell you, in school you have to study, you have to be meticulous. I will be coming out and telling that how you have to be organized to get it very easily and comfortably and get the grade you want. Anybody can do, you can improve your intelligence as well. It is proved. And you have uh, uh, feeling naturalistic intelligence is a person who likes to go for jogging, for camping, and uh, going for hiking, and they are very good at climbing mountains, and they climb and do that very comfortably. When you will be wondering why is it so, why you are not doing. Each one of us come with one type of intelligence, but unfortunately we get stuck with one that is called academic intelligence, and we don't explore other type of intelligence. Innately, naturally, you may be inclined to something. You have to explore that. You may be a person who writes very well, and the person who can sing very well, or you are a person like to talk to people, understand them. So that is the type of career for you. You will do very well in those career. And mostly I feel parents should leave it to the child and take the risk and take the chance. In my career, one of the students came and told me that he is very vexed because he is doing engineering. He liked to do cooking and he wanted to do catering, and he did tell me that if only his parents allowed him, he would have been now a very good cook and global globe trotter. He would have gone around the globe and would have led a very comfortable life, and he is not liking the life in IT, the work he is doing. One thing, take it from me, there is no relation between the education and what you do. In case you're stuck with something for some reason, see, parents also got their own anxiety. It is the same children, I tell them and I answer him, it's the same you will turn back and tell if things have not come out fine, that why you didn't force me to do the line which you felt was good for me. So it's a very complex thing which cannot be cleared and with certainty. Whether the child or a parent has to take the risk and do the course. And earlier I have given on intelligence a very big talk of mine on my previous videos, but I am real touching on here just to tell you that there are many types of intelligence. You need not feel vexed that you are not performing. A meticulous and organized way of studying is what required, and anybody can do it. And you have to devise your own method of study, that is running through what is difficult for you and leaving it and going for the easy one, finishing it, and then coming on to the things which are difficult for you. Like that you can do. You need not study systematically going from one chapter to another if you are not comfortable. It depends on each one and their comfort level. But one thing I find, everybody after the result, they all are very unhappy. I don't know why. People who have done IIT, mind you, I can show many of them. In India, it is known as a very renowned institute, or IIM MBA. They are turned down to do stand-up comedian, or they want to do something different. They don't want to go in the line they have done. What does it mean? They are mentally exhausted. And another thing, you take it from me, there's something called mental fatigue. Fatigue means mind gets very tired. And once the mind gets tired, it will not react. So there is no point in just forcing yourself and studying when you are not able to study. And you need not feel for the less mark, but take oath and resolution to do it better in life. And because of that depression, you get anger, and as I told you in my previous video, you will have a cascading effect. Cascading effect means one will increase the other, and you will not be what you want to be. Sometimes you can improve yourself, even that will not be possible if you don't be calm and analyze and find out what is your problem and how you can sort it out. You can talk to your parents or talk to teacher or whom you know. You can open up and tell your problem. Take it from me. Communication is the first thing in life. Takes you out of mental depression, makes you perform well. Everything is communication. If you don't talk, nobody knows what is there in your mind. Please, I find many of my students just keeping it in their mind, they are not talking. They are angry about so many things. I don't know what is that anger is all about. In case if they feel so, they can tell it, no problem, and resolve and move on in life, which is very, very important. And Moving on is very important. Like Buddha told, you have to bury your past, or whatever past, I mean even what happened yesterday. And thinking too much, you need not think too much on anything. What is today, tomorrow things can change, environment will change, everything will change, and you yourself can change or may change. So have that probability, and you may have many opportunities. There is an old saying in English that opportunity knocks only once. No, it is not. I can prove it to you, and you will also get proved in life that opportunity knocks many times over. I feel, and as I can't talk at length at one video, it will be too long. I will continue further. And if you are all happy with my talk, please give like and subscribe, share, and comment, and tell me what you want, or any topic you feel will be relevant. I will do it. Thank you. See you in the next video.